Yo, what's going on, Humors, and welcome back to week 9 of the PUL. And today we're fighting Scef in a pretty important matchup for him. If he loses this, he has a really big chance to be out of playoffs. And if we win this, we are have a really big chance to get in playoffs, so that's really good. Yeah, let's get right into it. I'd say he brings this team not really anything surprising or something. He leads with his rocker as always, and I lead with Pax. I mean, I want to get my T spikes up. You know the drill. I'm like, he's not gonna go for. Well, I'll put this on slow first. So let me put this back. So I was like, he is not gonna get EQ me first turn, and if he does, I can switch out. I'll regenerate it back some health. So I was like, it doesn't really matter that much. So I just set a layer of T spikes up. I set a second layer up because I wanna do as much damage as possible. I switch it to Porygon 2, it's my counter, because it also traces thick fat, so this does some clean chip, clean 12.3%. Now I just recover up, I want to be at max, I thought he would switch, and he gets an EQ crit. So, not the best start of the game, I'll just toxic him, so I'll wear him down. I'm not upset or something. It's not that big of a deal because here I can just recover my damage off. And he goes into his how do you call it? He goes into his comfy, and I'm like, well, funny. And here I'm like, well, I think I can do some damage here. Oh no, I toxic because I predict him to aromatherapy, so that's a really nice play for me. And he aromatherapy, so well, here I just click Shadow Ball to get some damage, and he heals himself up with the Leech Seed. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll just go into my mill tank. I brought this for the most part. I brought this for the Serpent. Serpent's not here, so this is a pretty easy switch into this, and I can just toxic it, and he goes for the defog. So he defogs my rocks away. Thank you for that. And I'm like, I need to get my T-Spikes back up, and Pax is a pretty easy switching on this mon. So I go into Tox Pax, and he goes for a Leech Seed. Um, this does chip away at me a bit, but I'm not really, I don't think it's that big of a deal, so. Here I just put my young T-Spikes up. We all know I'm putting the steep T-Spikes up. And I can just regenerate her out of here and get my health back. The thick girl is not really that useful in this game, so it will be my Electivire switching for this time. And he switches here, and I think here I milk drink, predicting a cross chop or something. Oh no, I toxic. So I toxic this, and I'm like, well, I can just fire punch and break this balloon. Or I go into Vullaby. Wait, I go into Vullaby. Yeah, I go into Vullaby because I think, this is a pretty decent switcher for this. And he goes for the Trick Room, which is a nice stack on his part. Goes for the Aura Sphere, does nothing. So here, I click Foul Play again. Because, well, pretty easy play to make. Because he switched to Comfey and I'm slower. But that doesn't matter. Because I'll just go into packs. And here I'm like, okay, he has 8 aromatherapies. If I just if I just stall him out of aromatherapies, he's gonna have a hard time. So that's my plan. Just toxic everything so much that he will have no aromatherapies left. And here I predict him to go for the defog. I went into Zorora. I'm like, oh, he is not gonna be wanting to stay in here. So he goes into Electivire, and I click knockoff. I don't really care what he's going to switch into. And he reveals Choice Scarf, so you can be faster. Close combat kills from this range. So Electivire is gone, and how do you call it? My plasma fits are pretty free. I don't want a Draining Kiss here, because yeah, that would kind of suck and do a shitload of damage because I'm mindful on Spadef. So I go into my Toxic Pack. That makes a nice read by going for Leech Seed. So well played, of course. And I'm like, man, I'm getting my T-Spikes back up, of course. So, here I go into Milk Tank, because it's kind of my switch in. So, he does a little bit of damage with his EQ, but I recover a bit by lefties. And I think I click Toxic once again. and I milk drink to just get back to full HP. Here I can just EQ and get some damage. And he clicks Draco and does a shitload of damage. And I'm like, okay, I can just milk drink up, and he's gonna keep his special attack dropping. So I'm actually pretty fine with this. So here I milk drink once more to get up max HP, and he switches his how do you call it? He switches Dialga, and he goes into Lopunny, and I've only one switch into Lopunny, and that's stock specs. So a hard switch to Pex, and he clicks Baton Pass. Yeah, he does. And I'm like, wow, that's some nice tech. I gotta give props to Scef for this. And he goes into his Dialga, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to Vullaby. Either he's going to Earth Power, or like something like Psychic to hit me. And here he misses a Draco. I'll U-turn out. Well, it happens, and I would have lived it, and this man would have died. So it really sucks for him, but yeah, it just sucks. So well, let's get on with the rest of the battle. So here I switch into Tuck Specs, because I do not want to take a Draining Kiss. At this point, I'm kind of sure he does not have it, and he clicks Aromatherapy and cures like 20 things on his team. I click Sludge Bomb. I get really lucky by getting the Sludge Bomb poison. Kind of sucks for him, but well, he shouldn't really stay in on Doc Specs anyway. So he switches out, and it goes into Pillow and Pillow gets his HP back, and gets some of his HP. He loses some by the poison. So I go to Miltank. It is my switch in, and he gets a crit EQ. I'm like, man, this boy hits them crit EQs all the time, and I'm like, it doesn't really matter. So well, I guess. And here I click Milk Drink to get my HP back, you know. Just getting the regular HP back. And he gets chipped by poisoning on the Mega Lopunny. So I go hard into Tox Specs, and he clicks High Jump Kick and he misses. Okay, so this really sucks for him. Because, yeah, well, he missed. But if he did not miss, he would have taken Rocky Helmet damage as well. So here he does get a crit. Which is kind of payback. Because I think the crit on the return plus the Rocky Helmet damage would have like almost done the same if he didn't crit live, you know. So it would have almost done the same, I guess. And Sludge Bomb would have killed anyway, but it didn't do anything here. He makes a really great read here. He predicts me to predict him to go for the Psychic on my packs with his Deoxys. So I go into Philippi. He goes into his how do you call it? His Comfey. Really well played. Um, so I go into my Miltank. I'm like, I've been doing he's been leech seeding all the time, and I haven't gone into Miltank. And here I'm going to release the beast. He's going to leech seed, and he's not going to pay attention to my step zipper, which is gonna boost my attack. So I click the toxic, you know, to stall out another aromatherapy, and he's like, oh fuck, I just gave this mon an attack raise. That is not a good thing to do. So here I click the fire punch. Oh no, I click EQ, most powerful move I have. Still doesn't really do a lot, but yeah. Well, I guess it does more than nothing. And here I click EQ once more, and he dies to poisoning. Oh no, he gets left. Oh, he does die to poison. So it's now 6-2, and he goes into his Deoxys, and Deoxys misses a focus blast, which is again bad luck on his part. I'm really sorry. I click Milk Drink, looking what he's gonna do. It does do 91%, so I would have lived 1, but I wouldn't have lived 2, so it sucks for him. But well, I guess here I go into Vullaby. He flash cannons for some reason, probably because he wants damage on either Vullaby. And here I'm like, okay, he's going to Vullaby Okay, so here I'm like, okay, I'm going to Pex because well, he's not going to psychic the Vullaby. And here I'm like, okay, I can Baneful Bunker, get some poison damage on this mon. So he clicks Ice Beam once again. And here I predict him to predict me to go to the Vullaby, and I stay in and I click Sludge Bomb. So he clicks Ice Beam, does not get a freeze, I'm sorry, and I kill him with a Sludge Bomb. I know it's a Pex, but it's a Deoxys. They don't have health. And here he goes to Piloswine. I just put it on fast because well, yeah, it's not really that much anymore. So he just EQs, I toxic, and he EQs, I recover. You know that. Okay, so let's go into some after talk. Um, the hacks, we figured it didn't like really matter because, well, yeah, it didn't really matter that much. It was like you can't really complain about a focus blast mist if you, but it sucks. But in the end, it would have only affected differential, no more. It would have been a closer game. Don't don't. It would have been a closer game for sure, but it wouldn't have been game changing. It wouldn't have won with the hex, you know. So um, not really that big of a deal. So well, nice we won. The hacks really suck. I mean, can't do anything about it. But well, it's just yeah. I don't know. I kind of feel bad. So yeah. Well, guys, hope y'all enjoyed and see y'all next time and yeah.